Thanks for joining me on the Free Soul Exploring podcast. It's a new podcast for freesoulholistic.com. And do you want to share a bit about what you do?
Yeah. I make organic plant-based makeup, knowing what you're putting on your face, your skin, your eyes, because your skin wants to love the products you're putting on them, and it is your largest organ.
Yeah.
So, it does absorb, it does have life, and, it does matter what you put on it. When I was in beauty school, it was an obligation to wear makeup. Every day you're selling yourself, right? Like the person sitting in your chair wants to believe that you're going to make them feel and look their best. That's why they go to the salon, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you're not, presenting yourself in that way, it's hard for them to put that trust in you upon that first meet and greet.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that was on the market, I wouldn't even put on myself, let alone my clients at that point. So it became like a little bit of a struggle. And then I was breaking out. I had a lot of acne,
Yeah.
but eventually I just did a lot of research. I started going to, to find the best companies. At first I was working with Canada, Physicians Pharma. There were all these amazing companies already, in the market, which I tried. And I'm not, it's not that they weren't good. It's that I still didn't understand the ingredients. And that was my main factors. I really don't know what this stuff is. I have to Google every single thing.
So how did you find the ingredients that were to become the Carolina Cosmetics products? How did you decide what to put in there? Did you work with other people and what was the process like?
So when I'm
Mm-hmm.
on the back end as a company, I'm looking for the best manufacturing company that can complement my needs and wants. There's a few of them. There's many of them. I started with one in Canada, for example. And,
Mm-hmm.
I actually worked with them. My first, I think, year of production was with them. Um, but I found a better one in America using USDA organic, products to then create. So it's just doing the right research, you'll find anything. You'll find anything in this world. I actually truly love to wake up. I wash my face with organic olive, like from the farm. It's like an olive soap that we use in Lebanon, which I highly recommend. I should put some on my website. I've always thought about it. I think people would like it. But that's all I use on my entire body, or maybe a goat milk one, to be honest. Because I
Yeah.
am not a fully vegan person. I believe in farm life. I believe in, natural production, and that's really where my company came from.
Mm-hmm.
Um, to understand every ingredient in your body, let alone on your body, right? So I
Yeah.
do that, and then I'll just put jojoba oil and my moisturizer, my primer moisturizer on my face because it just kind
Uh,
of gives you that nice little glow and then a little bit of the nutrients because we're at that age where we need them.
mm-hmm.
And that's it. And okay, so then I love to do like right now, just a little bit of concealer, a little bit of blush right here, which I didn't have. I put my lipstick. I was like, oh my goodness, on my fingers.
Yeah.
But and then just bronzer because that's all you need. Like I'm not gonna go put,
Right.
conceal, not conceal. I'm not gonna put foundation. I'm not gonna put a full face. You can contour with your bronzer, do up, just a little bit. The sun's out, you kind of get a nice glow anyway. So I think a
Yeah.
nice beauty routine is a very simple, like 2, 3, 5 step um thing that's gonna uplift you when you look in the mirror. Because I used to not like wearing makeup. I really didn't understand why people wear makeup. Except,
Yeah.
now I've learned to love it because I've found a product that works with me. And just a little bit allows me to love myself just that much more when I look. And it doesn't even have to be that way, but it is. And it feels nice that I don't have to. I get patches. Like I'll literally get a white patch when I have foundation on. It's the most interesting experience. Like my body physically doesn't like makeup.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
even here, like I'll get bumps if I put eyelash glue. Like it's so interesting. So
Huh.
the less I wear, the better. And that's really why I keep it simple. And I found a way to help people keep it simple, which is helping people.
Yeah, that's awesome. I also keep it very simple. I put a little bit of mascara on
Yeah.
today.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And actually yours too. That I've
Oh,
had, yeah, the little one. It's awesome. It's like a little black mascara and it has really nice ingredients. It feels good. So when it like sometimes, it like gets in your eye or something after a while, and it doesn't like hurt. Like, I wouldn't recommend putting it on your eyeball, but
yeah.
you know how sometimes like you fall asleep
Yeah.
with your mascara on and it like flakes off, and it's not like it doesn't feel intrusive. And I have noticed after using it for a little while that my lashes are like healthy and strong, and they're not just like falling out all the time. When I was
I
younger and I used to
know.
wear mascara, it would like clump together, right? And then when I went to take it off, like multiple eyelashes would fall out every time. And then so the bottom of my eyelashes would get really thin and just have like these little teeny bottom. And I don't know if you can see them now, but
No, I can.
they're
Oh my
still
God.
a little thin,
I
but
say that to people and I think they think I'm crazy. But I told them ever since I started using my mascara, like, at least 3, 4 times a week, it's because the properties inside those ingredients are really hydrating. Like they will
Mhm.
hydrate, like it helps the elasticity. And that's what the
Yeah.
coffee does. And that's what allows it to help. I don't know. It's incredible. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I love
So I also keep it super simple with my self-care, skincare, beauty routine. I hardly ever wear makeup anymore, just really just mascara. I don't even use eyeliner anymore. Yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing. Do you have any tips for people like me that want to wear a little bit more makeup sometimes and dress ourselves up, but don't really know where to start?
Yeah, no, that's such a great idea. Great question. I mean, definitely like a really light, like the color Divine, for example, for my lip gloss is really nice. The clear one's really nice because you have really nice lips. So once you put a clear gloss on there, it actually brings out the natural color
Mm,
underneath that tone, which ends up coming out really nice. I
yeah.
highly recommend like, not a sheer gloss because then it'll look tacky. But something with a pink. Hues of pink always give a life to the balm, the balm.
Mm,
And that's really nice. And always like a little bit of blush is always like a good way to go. And I always like to use my fingers because you only need a little bit and it
mhm.
helps melt the product with your skin really well. It doesn't have to be mine. It can be anyone's, but like a really
Yeah,
light, pink, like, but not a tacky pink, like, those like granny pink,
right. Yeah.
not those granny. There's nice colors out there, that really
Yeah.
just give you a natural look, but it gives you a little bit of life and some blush, definitely blush. And I highly recommend bronzer, like every day, always. There's nothing wrong with it. You lose nothing. You get a little bit of glow, a little bit of sun. It's the
Yeah.
easiest thing to put on your face.
Yeah. And then with the bronzer, you use like a fluffy brush like that, right?
Yeah, those big, fluffy, fun ones.
Yeah. Awesome.
I've been noticing that they're marketing vegan and cruelty free a lot. And I really, I agree. It is, right? But there's levels to that. So I just wish I would want them, yeah, to be plastic free and actually give us the right ingredients in our products and something that makes sense. But that's a tough question. I actually sell products that have plastic in them,
Mhm.
because my pods do. So it's from a business perspective, the consumers do have a lot of expectation of us too, for
Mhm.
them and like the planet and all this stuff. So I do my best. Like right now, I am launching all my bronzers and stuff like this. I are gonna come in a square cardboard refillable container. So all you buy is now
Oh,
the
cool.
magnetic pod, right? And you just swap them in and out. It's really fun. It's nice. Because we need to make that difference for people. But the problem becomes is they try to do these by lowering costs. So my
Mhm.
issue becomes with corporate and like big companies is their end goal is how to generate more revenue. It's not necessarily how to help the consumer. So that's why it's really nice when you buy local or you buy personal, because that person's really there because he genuinely puts his heart into that product or that person. Will corporations change? I'm not sure. That's tough. That's very tough. But the nice thing is, I'm noticing more people are attracted to mom and pop, more people are attracted to local, more people are sitting in the streets, going to those places that, I don't know. Have you been noticing that, or is it just me?
I have been noticing that. I do marketing too. I do business marketing and some business consultation as well. And I have noticed, especially around the holidays, when people are shopping for gifts, they're looking specifically for smaller brands, unique products, and they're always looking at the ingredients too. So I think that those are a couple trends in across multiple different industries. And
Mhm.
it's part of what I'm doing with freesoulholistic.com. I enjoy working with these brands because I understand their products. I know what's going into them. Uh, and I love the passion behind it.
Right.
I love that drive that the entrepreneur has and the commitment on a daily basis to work towards something with a deeper purpose.
Hmm.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no, it's a thing. And I think it's beautiful. I was actually trying to tell someone that the other day and they were not convinced. And I was like, okay,
I
you
mean,
know,
there is still a lot of corporate
there it is.
domination in the market.
100%. It'll never go away. You have 7 billion
Absolutely.
people in the world. No way.
Yeah.
You've given them there. You know what I mean?
Right.
But the more we do, like we're rubbing off on people, believe it or not.
Absolutely.
And I think that's where that's coming off of, you know? So
Yeah.
shui shui, like little by little, if it'll keep rubbing off on people and eventually it'll escalate more and more. And that's the nice part. But I am happy to see that. Advice
Yeah.
I would give to anyone is honestly like, maybe like, I hate to say it, but like, we don't need to involve like a sexual approach towards everything. Like we have so much to offer as humans, and like it's nice to be able to project yourself beautifully and naturally, and in whatever art or creation you have, like that's in fact amazing. Like, allow that to be your front page. What Black China is doing right now. Angela White is her real name, which I never knew. She went and took all her fillers out, all of her Botox. She's advocating to women that she wants her natural beauty back. She's like, I don't know why I did this to myself. It was so nice to see. Like, it's just so beautiful. Like, yeah, go back to your
Yeah.
natural self. She's like, she took out her nails. She's like, I want natural nails. I have the capability of having healthy natural nails. I have natural lips. I have a natural face. Why am I enhancing all these things? Now
Mm.
I look really, I don't even know who I am when I look in the mirror, she said. It was so inspiring.
I'm getting full body goosebumps right now.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
inspired. Because it's true. Like, for what? What are you doing? Like, all these
Right.
things are for what's the end result? You know?
Right. I have a good friend of mine that had a personal experience with implants with her breasts, and she had them for several years in her young adulthood and noticed over time that she seemed to be having a lot of digestive issues, a lot of bloating in her lower stomach, some aches and pains just throughout her body. And she likes to take a holistic approach to her health. And so she tried running different tests,
Mm.
like blood tests, and, trying to see what's going on in her body to treat it holistically and naturally. Which I recommend doing if anyone is interested in holistic health. If you're not testing, you're guessing. So testing is very important, and it's important to find a qualified a specialist to help with those things. But back to it, they couldn't really find a solution to what was going on with her. So she tried different diets and all these things. Turns out it was her breast implants.
Right.
And they were,
Rejecting?
what did you say?
Was it like rejecting?
Yes. So her body was rejecting the breast implants. She had them removed, and wow, she looked good before. Of course, she always looked beautiful. But she's really her natural,
I
true,
know.
beautiful, and
Yeah.
her body, like the bloating went down, and I had only known her with her implants. So when she took them out or had them taken out and the bloating went down, I was like, wow, like that's
You
your
look
natural
different.
body. You look
Yeah.
good, girl.
Yeah. You look real, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a difference, you know, and it's just, I'm happy that the world is going in that direction. I'm happy, you know, bigger people are starting to advocate for better music. You know, we have Jane
Mm.
Aiko, we have so many Londrell, so many great artists, and I'm naming literally nothing compared to, it's just so nice. It's so nice. We're
Yeah.
entering a different world. Granted, there's a lot of people that are barely there, right? It's just like
Mhm.
starting, but
Uh-huh.
it's okay. It's okay. It's better than nothing. It's kind of like what you were saying. You know, one step forward is better than no steps or any step.
But I feel like there is a lot of pressure now with social media and everyone. There's a lot of people that are able to become famous very quickly online. And a lot of people are enhancing their bodies, which is okay, nothing against that if you want to do that and that's right for you, absolutely. But I also think that at a young age, it can change the way a young person sees themselves
Right.
and their expectations for their own body and their own looks and their expectations for their future body and their future looks as they go into adulthood. Do you have any observations or advice for the younger generations?
Yeah, wow, that's such a beautiful question. And I hope, you know, this video does reach them. You know, it's someone, I was sitting with a very great person I admire and respect very much yesterday, and she made this comment to me, so I'll say it out because it makes a lot of sense. It's a chapter in a book from a novel that you're in right
Mhm.
now. So remember, it's a chapter from a book and a novel. So like it's gonna pass very quickly. Those pages come through very fast. You'll be in the next stage soon. You know, none of it is real. Like, you know, just do what you love, go in there happy, like,
Mhm.
but you really just have to understand that it's these people that don't matter. They really don't matter. You're probably never going to speak to them when you leave this school. They're just there to teach you something at that moment of that chapter that'll pass, you know?
Mhm.
It's just a little piece of time that will go. It's not
Yeah.
worth risking your life. It's not worth messing everything up, and you know, just focus on you and go, and the right people will gravitate towards you. You can find my products on my website. You can find them at retail stores, at the salon. You know, we're in several different places, but the best place obviously is carolinacosmetics.com.